Hey, Virginia. Early voting is underway, and Virginians are turning out in record numbers to vote yes. By voting yes, you have a chance to do something important, not just for the Commonwealth, but for our entire country. By voting yes, you can push back against the Republicans trying to give themselves an unfair advantage in the midterms, and we're counting on you.
Congratulations, Virginia. Republicans are trying to tilt the midterm elections in their favor, but they haven't done it yet. Thanks for showing us what it looks like to stand up for our democracy and fight back.
Say what you want to say about him. President Obama still got the magic, baby. The proof is evident by the way things just went down, or the way things been going down in the Commonwealth of Virginia in the last few months. It all started with Obama throwing his support behind former Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger in her bid to become the first female governor in the history of the state. Spanberger ran as a moderate, focusing her campaign on affordability and bipartisanship cooperation. But as we'll see, once she got into office, it didn't take long for the real Spanberger to come out. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Jones. 3 people, 2 bullets. Gilbert, Hitler, Pol Pot. Gilbert gets 2 bullets to the head. Spoiler, put Gilbert in the crew with the 2 worst people you know, and he receives both bullets every time. Colleague. Jay, please stop. Jones. LOL, okay. I mean, do I think Todd and Jennifer are evil and that they're breeding little fascists? Yes. Colleague. You were talking about hoping Jennifer Gilbert's children would die. Jones. Yes, I've told you this before. Only when people feel pain personally do they move on policy.
This is our moment, Virginia. And I know it starts right here in Norfolk. So if you're ready to elect a governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, members of the House of Delegates, and Democrats up and down the ballot this year, you will make some noise because the world is watching. They want to see what we're going to do, and we're going to send a loud, resounding message that we don't take Donald Trump here in Virginia. We take it for us. It's our future. Let's go get it. Thank you, and God bless every single one of you.
CNN projects that former Democratic Congresswoman and CIA case officer Abigail Spanberger will be elected the governor of Virginia, defeating the Commonwealth's sitting lieutenant governor, Republican Winsome Earl Sears. Abigail Spanberger will become the very first woman governor in the history of the Commonwealth of Virginia.
My fellow Virginians, tonight we sent a message. We sent a message to the whole world that in 2025, we chose our Commonwealth over chaos.
In our spotlight, the Democratic rebuttal, Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger gearing up to deliver her party's response to President Trump's State of the Union address. Spanberger flipped control of the governor's mansion from red to blue after a stunning victory in the fall, becoming the first woman to serve in that role. She's expected to focus on affordability tonight and hit on the president's handling of the economy.
Good evening. Tonight, as we watched our nation's lawmakers gather for a joint session of Congress, we did not hear the truth from our president.
For a minute there, it looked like Spanberger could do no wrong, even though she wouldn't disavow her support for Attorney General candidate Jay Jones. Now, if you remember, Jones apologized for sending violent threats in 2022 to a colleague about former Republican House Speaker Todd Gilbert and his wife and kids. Well, I guess it didn't matter to the Virginian electorate because Spanberger won in a 15-point landslide and Jay Jones still became Attorney General. Spanberger even got the call from the Democrat Party to issue the rebuttal to President Trump's State of the Union address. Things took a slight turn after Spanberger decided to let it be known what she really had in mind for Virginians. Take a look.
Well, that didn't take long. After campaigning as we're moderate, Democrats made a quick U-turn in Virginia, unleashing a blitz of tax hikes and heavy regulation on the fine people of the Commonwealth. But did you vote for it? Because if you did, you're getting it and getting it hard. From new taxes on dry cleaning, landscaping, even ammunition, plus a major push for rent control, the radical laundry list seems endless. And it's putting businesses, investors, and homeowners on notice. It literally took these dopes 48 hours to start introducing these bills. I could go on and on and on, but somebody voted for it.
The question isn't, is Spanberger trying to turn Virginia into California? It's whether she's trying to turn Virginia into Venezuela. Literally, we're going down the most destructive path for a great Commonwealth.
She is a very dangerous politician, and here's why, because she is a liar.
Well, Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger campaigned and won as a moderate Democrat, but just 3 months after a decisive victory, her approval rating reflects a deep divide. New polls show a favorability of 47%, so that's way below her Republican predecessor, Glenn Youngkin. At this time of his term, he rated at 54%.
She fell off fast because she started doing the things she actually wanted to do in office, and those things were to redistrict the fairest map in the country by rankings to the most gerrymandered redistricted map in the country. And they look at her and they go like, you not only said that you weren't going to do this, she explicitly said that gerrymandering was bad for the state. Not very long ago, the state voted 6 years ago for a bipartisan redistricting committee, and they remember doing that. And so this feels like a power grab. It feels like it's off base for their lives, and it feels like she lied to them because she did.
Now in our next video, former Governor Glenn Youngkin tells Sean Hannity why Virginians don't like what Spanberger is doing and why they don't like being lied to. For the record, I think he's wrong, and they actually do. They like it. I'll explain more here in a minute, but first, watch this.
Here with reaction, former Republican governor of Virginia, of the Commonwealth, Glenn Youngkin is with us. You know, I'll scroll every really insane position that she's now trying to implement on the side of the screen. But here's the interesting part of it. Almost none of it did she campaign on. She kept this secret. Is this going to become the model? Hide who you truly are, get elected, and then move to the Mamdani left?
Well, Sean, that's exactly what's happened. She presented herself as a moderate. Of course, I told everybody she's not. And she's demonstrated that she, in fact, fully subscribes to the far left liberal thinking. She told people that she would work to keep Virginians safe. And then the first thing she did was prohibit collaboration with the federal government, from the state police, from our Department of Corrections, and, of course, from local law enforcement. We had a tremendous partnership that had arrested thousands and thousands of violent criminals who were here illegally, and she ended it all, and it's made Virginia less safe. She campaigned that she was going to bring down the cost of living in Virginia. And of course, one of the first things she did was put Virginia back into the greenhouse gas initiative and to drive up utility bills. And of course, the creme de la creme is she campaigned and said she would not redistrict, she would not gerrymander. She had stood against gerrymandering since the beginning of her career. And the first thing she does is come out and become the face of gerrymandering Virginia. And the bottom line is that's why her poll numbers are the lowest of any governor in modern history. And I'm going to say that again, the lowest of any governor in modern history, because Virginians don't like being lied to.
Okay, let's take a look at these maps. Virginia has 11 representative seats, 5 red, 6 blue. Spanberger wanted 10 blue and 1 red. They put the vote to the people, and they said yes. They want the changes. They want the redistricting. So that's why they voted 48% no and 51% yes. In these blue states, they embrace socialism and look down on people who want what's best for the country and care more about what's best for themselves. And that's why I said Youngkin was wrong when he said Virginians don't like being lied to. But in reality, they like it. That's why they keep on voting for anything Spanberger is doing, because they like being screwed over. They like it, Mikey. They like it. If you made it this far, I appreciate you seriously. I'm building this channel for people who want real talk, clear thinking, and content that actually respects your time. Please comment below about what's next for Virginia. Also, please like, share, subscribe, and take a look at our last video where we caught Eric Swalwell hiding in the bushes at night. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one.